Lounge. To be specific, we're going to be getting into some very interesting conversation pretty shortly with a breast cancer survivor, and she goes by the name Janet Brakohiapa. Now, she's not just the co-founder of Safe Haven Cancer Support Center, she's also a survivor, and so this makes the initiative even more personal, and it brings a lot of meaning to it, and I'm eager to listen to her and hear from her, about her experience and founding a, Safe Haven and every single thing. But let's start it off right. Janet, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Oh, great.
I love your turban.
Thank you.
Is it like a signature?
Yes, I like putting on the turbans because I have very little hair.
Oh, but I mean, you have a way around it. Make it look cute.
Thank you.
And so you're looking good this morning. How are you feeling? You feeling all right?
Great.
Love it.
Thank you.
Well, October. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this has been something that has been on for the longest time. And so every single time we try to do like a Pinktober tip to motivate people, advise people, free screenings here and there, and all that. But what does the entire Breast Cancer Awareness Month mean to you?
It means a lot. I've been doing this for a few years now, about 10 years or more. And I've seen a change from when I started doing it 10 years ago to now. What really excites me is that there's a lot of awareness programs going on now than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And seems people are coming out of their shell. And that's what we've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's what we've always been hoping for, that people will not just, hide in their little corner with breast cancer and just go it alone. So it's awesome to see what's happening now.
Yeah, we love that. And I would just like to, pick your thought on there are a lot of misconceptions that we're still trying to break every single time. Do you think there's there's the one where people say, it's just women that get breast cancer? There's quite a number of them. Is there one particular one that you're really on a mission to debunk? Like every single time, we're just looking forward to letting people know that, okay, I know you have a lot, but this particular one, we sort of overlook it everything when it comes to the myths about breast cancer.
Myths about breast cancer, okay. There's one funny one, okay. It's not something that I focus on.
Yeah.
But I get it, especially when I go into a mixed crowd, when we have men and women. I go to churches a lot. And they always ask me about, breastfeeding, men breastfeeding. Does that prevent breast cancer?
Oh.
Or I had a woman one time ask me if you can get breast cancer from a child breastfeeding. She said someone got breast cancer because her child bit her on the breast, right?
Okay.
Things like that. And yesterday I talked somewhere at a church, and one of the men asked me, they usually ask me that. So they hear breastfeeding is one of the ways to lower your risk for breast cancer. So, is it good for them to do it? They always ask me that. So, I get questions around that, and it amuses me, but it's also an opportunity to educate and inform, right?
Yeah. So okay, well, let's get into the story, the entire Safe Haven Cancer Support story. But I think you'll just be right to start from your story, your personal story. How did you even find out that this is something that you had at the time? And just run us through the entire process.
Okay, so I was diagnosed in 2012.
Oh.
And a year prior to me being diagnosed, I just was not feeling well. Like I could feel that there was things not going right. Hair was falling out, my weight was going up and down. I just generally was not feeling well. So I did my medicals, my physicals, and everything came back like normal. But a year after, like October 2011, I was just lying down on my bed, and I was doing a self-exam, not consciously.
Yeah.
And then I felt a lump, which I had not felt before. So I'd had a prior history of someone in my family having cancer. So I'd become very much aware of what's happening in my body and dealing with it immediately. So I called my my family doctor. He referred me to see, to go and do a mammogram. Okay, so I did a mammogram, and it came back a false negative. So false negative means, they said there was nothing suspicious. I also talk a lot about, when you're dealing with issues like health issues, challenging health issues, and with cancer, faith and science go together. I pray a lot. So I was happy when they said there was nothing, but there was something, there was some, call it intuition, I call it the Holy Spirit talking to me. But I felt that there was something off. So I kept praying. And my family doctor himself said, he feels very uneasy about the lump that's there, and they said it's nothing. So, I went off for a second opinion. Very well-known surgeon in the city where I live, where I work. He checked me out, and he said he doesn't think it's anything, right? But he said he was 90-something% sure it's nothing. But he did a biopsy right there in his office. Froze me a bit, stuck a needle there. A week and a half later, he calls me frantic and says, unfortunately, I do have breast cancer. It's aggressive. It's stage 2 going on 3.
Wow.
So they had to, really act fast and, do the treatment. I had surgery, had chemotherapy, radiation. Very quickly. Yeah. But what it taught me was that always listen to your body. Okay, and if something feels off, even if you're being told by healthcare providers that it's okay, you don't just sit on it, you push. Because if I hadn't, it would have cost me my life.
It would have. And that actually goes to say a lot about, even getting screened. Because a lot of people are scared. They don't even want to hear it. Whether or not there's a lamp, just going there to even just find out, they don't want to do it. But even for you, you went to do it. You were told, it was safe, even to the point where it was going on stage 3, but it didn't even look like that. So this definitely means that you need to keep going, even if it means every single time you have to go for the, the test and keep checking as many times as possible. You need to go there. So that's a very interesting story. And how was life before, and how much did it affect life after?
Well, fortunately, I live in Canada. So when it happened, I had 2 young children. Okay. Below the age of, I think, 11. Right. And I work full time as a lawyer. Okay. So it was a bit, threw me off a little bit, but I took a year and a half off. Okay. And we get paid whilst, you're going through treatment. What I always say about my time is that it just opened my eyes to how support is very much needed when you're going through something like that. What I find is that a lot of people try to isolate themselves. They try to deal with it alone. They become depressed, and then it just makes the whole thing worse. I try to keep things like normal, as close to normal for my children as I could. So whilst I was going through treatment, I had friends, very close friends who were really supportive. One of them is actually here with me, and so they would take care of my children, or we'll ship off the children to one of my friends, and she will come and stay with me, take care of me. We went bowling. We used to go bowling between when I had chemotherapy treatments. When I was feeling well enough, we'll go and do stuff, right? So I try to keep things as normal as possible, and I let some people into my life. You're not going to tell everyone. No. Or just let because it becomes overwhelming. But a few people who could support me, I did that. So my life was not that bad, and I got to stay. I was being paid, which does not happen here in Ghana, right? So in fact, I enjoyed my my time on disability a little bit. I was home for almost a year and a half, and I had my moments where things were good.
We love that. And we also like to appreciate the people in friend circles and support circles. So
Yes.
I think maybe we should give a shout out to this friend.
My shout out is to Eunice. She was one of them. Yes.
Hi, Eunice.
Yes.
Hi.
So Eunice was one of my support people, the Beidus in Canada, Adwoa, Domtier, so many friends. I can name them. My pastor, in Canada. Yeah, everyone who helped me know yourselves. Shout out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you talk about the support from friends during the period, and how work didn't even feel like you were not really working. But let's talk about the treatment. Just letting us through what it really looked like. Was it very hectic? What exactly did you have to do? And in the end, how did it all wrap up?
Okay. So going into something like that is scary.
Yeah.
Okay, it's scary. You don't know what to expect. I had a wonderful oncologist. I'm still in touch with her. I still go for reviews, although it's been more than a decade. And what she did, I think every healthcare provider should do it. She actually walked me through my diagnosis, the prognosis, if I do treatments, if I do certain treatments. So she said, if you just do the surgery, statistics show you might live this long. Right. If you do surgery and chemotherapy, this long.
This is what happens.
Surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, this long.
Yeah.
And I like that because it took away the mystery and the fear. As I think the more information you have, it takes away some of the anxiety that you have about things you don't know about. So that was very helpful. So I did chemotherapy first of all. No, I did surgery because my the cancer was diagnosed. It was getting from 2 to 3. And I'm a widow, single parent at the time with 2 young boys. And I said, give me the most aggressive because I need to live. So I had a mastectomy, full mastectomy on my right breast. They took it off. And then I had chemotherapy. So they call it adjuvant chemotherapy.
Okay.
So for the surgery, when they do it, then they go and test, to see if maybe it had spread somewhere. It hadn't. It was contained in the margins. So the adjuvant chemotherapy sort of catches whatever. If something they didn't see, it catches that. So I did that for 6 months. 3 weeks, every 3 weeks, you go and have the drug pumped into you. I had a port. Okay. Some people have it through the veins.
Right.
If your veins are too thin, mine were too thin, they just give you a port.
Okay.
So for 6 months, they do a little surgery, put that device in there, you just go, you do it. When you have, and it's every 3 weeks, you don't feel anything. First 3 days, you don't feel anything. By the 4th day, you start to feel sick. Then you feel really sick.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of nausea because they pump you with anti-nausea drugs. But you feel just generally weak, right? And then after about a week, you start to feel better. So you have like a week off before you go into your next cycle. And that was for like
6 months?
6 months, right? A 6-month period. And then after that, you do radiation for 20 days. Was it 20 days? 20 days to a month or something like that, every day. So the radiation is where they use a laser. They concentrate it on the area where, they found the lump. And they try and burn it off, whatever they do with the laser. That, there's no difficult side effects with it, but you get tired. The side effect that's most talked about with radiation is tiredness, extreme tiredness. And also, if you don't take care of your skin properly, it can burn. Right? So you have to make sure you can get an infection and all that because it's laser, it's burning, and so that was radiation. Then I had to be on the cancer that I had was estrogen driven. Okay. So I had to be on a pill for 5 years. Okay. That suppressed my estrogen production. And So after 5 years, they said now the protocol is 10 years. I said no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, so that's the treatment. And what I want to just make people know is that everyone is different. Some people's body can tolerate it much better than others.
Right.
People hear a lot of bad stories about chemotherapy, and that is a barrier to some people seeking treatment. But everyone is different, right? So you should not just listen to people's stories and then decline treatment because of someone's story. Just do it. Sometimes when the chemotherapy drugs are very harsh, they can adjust it for you. They did it for me. Right.
Yeah. So everybody's different.
Everyone is different.
Okay. And also, definitely, there are going to be lessons that you picked out of the entire procedure, the process, the support. I mean, you mentioned the God factor and how listening to our bodies, it's one of the things that we should take very personal. Are there any other lessons that you picked from the entire process?
You know what? It's a cliche. But life is really short. I woke up one day and I was told I have cancer. And then I was like, okay, am I going to die? Because my husband had cancer and died 3 years prior to me getting cancer. Am I going to die? So I decided to live in the moment. I decided I was going to do everything that I could to help others if I can. Not wait till the ideal moment to do something. Just do what you feel like God is calling you to do, or your dream. Just live in the moment. It's a day by day thing. One of Solomon's sayings that I love is, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. 2 things my oncologist told me, 3 things. That is a no-no for cancer is don't stress.
Don't stress.
That's my thing. Everything I do is stressful. So I have to remind myself daily, don't stress.
Not to stress.
Tomorrow is another day.
Yeah.
You get another opportunity to correct wrongs and to just, do life.
Yeah.
So don't stress. There's no problem that cannot be solved. Yeah, so that's one of the major things that I learned. And then people, please, don't eat sugar. White sugar. Your body produces enough sugar. Right? Okay. And cancer feeds on sugar. That's one thing my oncologist told me when I was worrying about my diet. He said 2 things. Reduce your fat intake, and don't eat sugar. Right? We have sweet tooth. A lot of the foods that we eat break down into sugar and all that. So, but don't take the white stuff. It's poison.
Okay.
And when I stopped eating sugar, now I cannot even put sugar in things. It's just foreign to me. I thought I would never be able to do that because I had a sweet tooth. But now it's not. I don't remember the last time I added sugar to something.
No replacements, no sweeteners, no honey?
You can honey. Okay. A little bit of honey. But when I eat something very sweet, where I've added something, it feels foreign in my mouth. And when you're thinking, what is fueling your body? You eat as close to natural as possible. So no processed foods. If you can. All the junk they're bringing they bring into our countries, the canned foods, they're all processed food. They are nice. They've pumped them with things that, your taste buds become addicted to, but they are not good for you. So when you're eating, think about what is going in there. That's another thing that I learned.
When you said that, my producer put her hand on her head because it's going to be a long ride. We are on, please. Hashtag.
Think about it. I went to talk at a school recently and I told them, if you have think of your body as a luxury car. You understand?
Okay.
A Lamborghini, a Mercedes, a Cadillac. Think of your body like that. And the way you treat your body and how you maintain it, how you service it, is it's going to take you far if you treat it well. You don't put regular gas in a Mercedes or in a Lamborghini. There's special gas, super. You call when I say gas, people don't understand. Petrol. Okay. So why are you putting junk food in your body, which has to take you for at least 70 years? At some point, it's going to protest.
Yeah.
And you have to keep servicing it more, like a car. If you treat it well, all those expensive, organic food is expensive now.
Yeah, it is.
But if you can,
it's worth it.
If you can, it's worth it.
Okay, we have work to do. We're going to start now. No sugar.
No sugar.
So
that one, no sugar.
We're on that. But let's talk about the birth of Safe Haven Cancer Support Center. And so I'm sure that there's definitely a tie into your personal story. But talk to us about the genesis of that.
Okay, so the genesis was, I went through my treatment, and whilst I was going through my treatment, I realized that there was nobody who looked like me who talked about cancer. I live in Canada. There are a lot of Ghanaians there. In Toronto, I live in the Greater Toronto area.
Okay.
A lot of Ghanaians. So I was like, am I the only Ghanaian who has cancer? Nobody talks about it. It's not just Ghanaians. Africans don't talk about cancer. Black people don't talk about cancer.
Yeah.
So what started me off doing what I do now is a schoolmate of mine got cancer, and her sister posted it on Facebook. And people were, a lot of things. I'm like, having gone through it, I said, this is confusing. So I messaged her privately and I said, can I speak to your sister? And she said yes. So her sister was in Ghana. So I started, talking to her, and it was like, the family told me later on that it was like life-saving for their sister. Because she was isolated and all that. So having someone who's going through the same experience, talking to her was wonderful, right? It really helped her through her journey. Also, I had attended a support group in Canada. And the support group I attended, I was the only black person. So I can say, is it like there's no black people who get cancer? And I knew that wasn't true. So the things the concept was very interesting to me and very helpful. However, it was not culturally relevant. They would talk about things like we are going dragon boating. And I said, what is dragon boating? They're going to sit in some ship and canoe. I'm not a fisherman.
No,
you understand?
Yeah.
So I said, I'll take the concept and have a support group for black people.
Okay.
Right? So that's that's how Safe Haven started. I just started talking to people one-on-one. Then, people got to know that, Janet has had cancer, you can talk to her. People started opening up to me.
Yeah.
Then someone suggested, why don't you have a non-profit? So I started Safe Haven here in Ghana in 2013.
Okay.
Right? And so that's what we do. We support breast cancer, predominantly breast cancer patients, survivors, and their families. Okay. And how we do that is like we do a lot of what I'm doing now, information education, peer support, which I think is crucial because that's what helped me through my journey. People who are going through the experience supporting each other. It's very, very, very crucial. So we have support group meetings every other week. Online, it's virtual. That's one thing we do. Keep them connected, keep them from not being isolated. And it's an ongoing thing. It's not just Pinktober. I see a flurry of activity around October. But there's some organizations that run all year round. We do that. The Breast Society of Ghana also has programs that they run. They do a lot of information education. A lot of people are doing great stuff. So that's how I started Safe Haven. What else do we do? We provide free mastectomy bras. So if you have surgery, there's a special bra that you have to wear. So it's a bra that has a pocket and you fit a prosthesis into it so that you look like you don't even have anything. Like they haven't cut off your breast. So we provide those free of charge to anyone who comes through our doors. Usually we get people being referred to us from Kolebu in some of the hospitals. We also so prosthesis, and those bras and prostheses, they're very expensive, very expensive. So prosthesis, we don't get them as much, but when I do get people donate to me, then I bring them to Ghana and we provide those as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a space at Tesano. My paper drop can. I'm just going to.
Please, please do that.
So we actually have a space at Tesano. It's at 3867. 20/22 off Naata Close. It's Tesano South. It's next to God's Glory International School.
Okay.
So this is a space that we created for the ladies.
Yeah.
You can come in. Some of them in their homes, there's pressure, or sometimes even their families don't know that they have cancer.
Yeah.
You can come here, relax. We have a nurse who chat with them. If you come, we've got meat pie and drink. Give you meat pie and drink. You just come and chill, right? It's a very nice atmosphere, very nicely decorated by yours truly. This is our director, Eunice Nyako. So she's the main director here in Canada. We are operated by a volunteer board. I'm one of the directors. I'm one of the co-founders. My brother, he's a radiologist, Professor Janet Brakohiapa. He's the co-founder, and Eunice is the general director. Then we have a board of patrons and other directors that run the organization.
Right. So from 2013, I'm sure that you've been in contact with quite a number of, either breast cancer survivors or people that are going through it. But let's talk about the treatment systems, especially because you also had your treatment, outside Ghana. Now, coming to Ghana and comparing those, are there some things that you think, we lack that we could have that could make it easier for, people going through breast cancer to probably get out of it?
Well, that's a question. It's a very, very good question, but I don't know how to answer that because the systems are very different.
Yes.
The way things operate here in Ghana is very different from a more advanced country like Canada in terms of, the structures that are put in place for different things. So like cancer care, basic treatments is like everything is paid for, right? 7 years after I did my mastectomy, I went and did reconstructive surgeries free for someone who's had cancer. 7 years after, it's free. I can't even talk about reconstructive surgery here in Ghana because people have to even pay for some of the basic things. Right, that's one of the problems that we have. We don't give money. What we provide support, but the ladies are always. That's what they need. They need money for basic treatment, basic tests. So that's so different. I don't know. The only way that can be changed is by the government getting really involved and prioritizing some of these healthcare issues. Something like breast cancer is something that's very common among women, right? Statistically, more people die from breast cancer in Africa, although the mortality rates in Africa are higher than in the West. Right? Although the incidence of breast cancer are higher over there. Why is that? Because we just don't have the systems in place, and then we have the barriers, we have the myths, we have the economy, we have traditions, culture, all those things fight against people having better outcomes in breast cancer treatment. So the government, I think, the advocates, people have to push, show how important it is that, breast cancer and many cancers, all cancers should be prioritized, right? But like I said, I'm very happy about what's been happening in the decade. There have been strides. So there is progress, and we just hope that, it will continue to grow. One day, maybe we'll get to where the West is now.
Okay. Well, before we get into the event, you mentioned traditions, and I like that you mentioned that, and I'm sure there's been some stigma, should I say barrier, in dealing with people here. Do you have any very interesting stories when it comes to the people that you've been in contact with when it comes to stigma?
I have one that sticks so much in my head. I did a radio talk show just like this one in 2013, I think. And there was a woman who was talking about barriers, and she was talking about people saying that, she did like a sort of a survey thing. And one woman said the reason why they do not come out to say they have breast cancer is that they are regarded as witches. You must have done something wrong. And that was really shocking to me.
Yeah.
Someone going through such a challenge and you are adding keeping coals on it.
Yeah.
And you are calling her a witch. So that's a cultural thing. I think we, as a people, we can get pretty superstitious. And that's not helpful.
Yeah.
It's not helpful. It's preventing people from seeking care, and then what happens? People are dying so prematurely. Then the other thing, like people's husbands leaving them. We've had that. We've seen that personally, people's husbands leaving them because they have breast cancer or because they have to lose a breast.
Yeah.
And I mean, to those women, I tell them, good riddance.
Yeah.
Because if a man can't appreciate you because you don't have one little part of your body part, then,
That's wild.
then it's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or people telling, their young wives, don't cut off your breast. For what? Like, what is that?
I've seen that's the way.
Yes. I've seen younger women, maybe below 40. They refuse to take off their breast because their husbands are telling them, or someone is telling them, don't cut off your breast.
Oh, wow.
And then they die.
Oh, wow.
So they die and leave their children. The man will just go and get married again.
Well, if you're listening to us, we've been having a very interesting conversation with, the co-founder of Safe Haven Cancer Support Center, who also is a breast cancer survivor, Janet Brakohiapa, and it's been very insightful right here. But we know of a special event that happened, because I'm seeing it's the 18th of October, yes, that happened at Accra Ridge Church. So talk to us. How was that event?
It was wonderful. So it's an annual event.
Okay.
That's how we are a non-profit. We are not publicly funded.
Yeah.
So how we raise money is, throughout the year, if people want to donate to us to keep our services going, they do. But Hearts for Health is our main fundraising event. What we do at that event is we have professors, people in the healthcare system, specialists. This year we had Professor Clegg Lamptey come. He was a special guest. We had Dr. Adwoa Noella. She's a radiologist. My brother, who's a co-founder, he's also a radiologist. And then we have just we do skits, to show people why it's important to detect the disease early, get it treated early, diagnosed. We do that. It's a lot of fun. We have music. Women are always getting it down, we have a DJ. It's fun. And that's how we raise money.
And how was the reception this year? Has it grown over the years?
It has grown over the years, but it ebbs and flows. Okay. So what I find is that because there's so many things going on now, sometimes it's not, if we don't advertise it ahead of time, people have other engagements, but it's always well attended. We always have fun. And we are still asking people for money. So
talking about that, if anybody wants to reach out, if anybody wants to donate, how can they reach out to you?
So we have I've been given this. So we have our Momo number.
Okay.
It's 027 101 3371. So it's Safe Haven.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have our bank.
I think we can do like a one more time.
Yeah.
For that.
So the Momo number is 027 101 3371.
Okay.
So send us any donation. No amount is too small. We also we bank with Stanbic, and our account number is 904 000 7077143. So I'll repeat it. Stanbic Bank at Stanbic Heights branch, 904-000-7077143. So drop us some cash so we can continue to support.
Continue the good work.
Yeah, continue the good work.
Yeah. No, I mean, now that the financial aspect is out, if somebody is also going through this and they want to speak to Janet, or they want to speak to anybody from Safe Haven, is there an email, call center number that you can reach out to?
Yes. So you can reach us as 024-310-3381. That's the you get in touch with our nurse.
Okay.
So she coordinates patient care and everything.
Yeah.
She's at the center. If you want to book an appointment, come to the center. She goes there. She'll be there. Also, you can get us online. Just put in Safe Haven Ghana, and it should come up.
Okay.
And if you put in your browser, it should come up.
It should just come up.
Yes.
Well, we definitely appreciate the good work that you're doing, and I'm sure that whoever is listening is going to help and support in the little way that they can as well. But do you have any final words?
Any final words?
Yeah.
Well, like I always say, you don't have to fight this fight alone. No, you don't. And there's so much going on now, like I said, in the country. You can be supported. So don't hide.
Yeah.
Don't try and, make it better yourself. Seek the care. There's expert care out there. And you will not die. It's not a death sentence.
No.
People live. I've lived. I was diagnosed in 2012, and here I am, very strong, doing very well. I'm thriving.
Yeah. So don't do this alone. She says, well, thank you so much one more time, Madam Janet Brakohiapa. She's a co-founder of Safe Haven Cancer Support Center and also a breast cancer survivor. I have learned so many things, and I'm sure that you listening have as well. Well, enjoy some music. We'll be back.